Hello everyone, it's me Uncle John. Today I am going to read S5 5065. Junie B Jones has a pip in her pocket. Chapter 1 through 4. Confusing stuff. Almost 6 is when you get to go to school, and so last summer mother took me to the school office and she rolled me in afternoon kindergarten. Rolled is the grown-up word for signed me up and made me go. Only guess what? I don't even mind going there hardly, because I made two bestest friends at that place, that's why. Their names are Lucille and that Grace. You're like three P's in a row. My teacher's name is Mrs. She has another name too, but I just like Mrs. and that's all. Only here is the trouble. Just when I was getting good at kindergarten, Mrs. made an announcement to our class. She said that pretty soon school is going to end. I did a gasp at that terrible news. No, Mrs. No. How can school end? Because mother said I have to go to school till I'm an old teenager. And I'm not even 6 years old yet. Mrs. Quick shook her head. I'm sorry, Junie B. I'm afraid that you have misunderstood me. School isn't going to end forever. School will just be taking a summer vacation. She smiled at me. You and everyone else in this class will come back to school in September. It's just that you won't be in room 9 anymore. I quick got out a paper and crayon. Okie dokie. You tell me the name of a new room, I said, because I will need to tell mother where to bring me. It's still a little far, I'm sorry. But right now, I have no idea what room you will be in next year. I did a frown too. So what am I supposed to do then? Just wander around the school until I find you people? You just looked funny at me. You still don't understand, she said. Next year, you're going to have a different teacher, Junie B. Next year, you're going to be in first. First what? First grade, she said. Just then my stomach felt sickish inside. Because I don't even like first graders. The first graders are bullies to me at recess, and I don't want to be in the same room as those guys. But pretty soon, a boy named William started to sniffle very much because William hates first graders even more than me. That's because one time a first grader stole William's winter hat with the ear flaps, and he put it on a dog that was running around the playground, and the dog ran away with William's ear flap hat forever. I petted William very nice. Me and William don't want to be in the same room as the first graders, I told Mrs. Me and William prefer children our own age. Me too, said my bestest friend Lucille. I prefer children my own age too. Me too. Me too, said a girl named Chella. Mrs. said, shh, boys and girls, please. Now everyone is misunderstanding me. She said, we need to get clear on this right now. Next year, when you come back to school, you will not be in class with the children who are first graders this year. Next year, those children will move up to second grade, and you people will move to first. Understand? I thought and thought about that, and all of a sudden, light bulb came on in my head. Oh, I get it now. All of the grades move up, right? Everyone does. She clapped her hand. Right, exactly. Now, may I please get on with my announcement? I brushed my skirt very smoothly. Yes, you may. I said real polite. Okay, as I started to tell you earlier, I have very happy news for room 9 because this year, for the first time ever, we are going to go on a special end of the year field trip. She smiled real big. We are going to farm. Doesn't that sound like fun? A farm? Shouted the children. A farm, we're going to farm. Then Lucille hugged me, very thrilled. A farm, I said, real glum, because guess what? Farms are not my favorite. Chapter 2, Stubby. That night, I ate dinner with mother and daddy and my baby brother named Ollie. Only I couldn't even swallow that good, because I was still upset about the field trip. That's why. I don't want to go, I said. I don't want to go to the farm with room 9. Because the farm is the most dangerous place I ever heard of. Daddy looked surprised at me. What are you talking about, Junie B? He said, "What's dangerous about a farm?" "The ponies, of course," I said. "Ponies are dangerous. Farm the ponies running in the fields, and ponies can stumble you into the ground and kill you to death." Mother covered her face with her hands. "No, Junie B, please. Not this pony thing again. We've talked about this 100 times. I told you over and over that ponies don't hurt you." "Yes, they do, to hurt you, Mother. I saw it on TV with my own eyeballs." Mother looked at Daddy. "It was that stupid cable show the baby sitter let her watch," she said. "It was called When Ponies Attack." I hollered. "It was called When Ponies Attack." After that, Daddy covered his face too. Then all of a sudden he busted out in a loud hoot of laughing. He couldn't even stop himself. Mother's cheeks sucked way into her head. "Thank you," she said. "You have been a huge help here." Sucked into somebody's head. Very useful expression there. "Thank you," she said. "You're being a huge help here." The daddy got up from his chair and he went to his room for the time out. That's when me and Mother had another long talk about ponies. She told me that her Uncle Billy used to have a farm, and that the farm had a pony named Stubby, and that Stubby was gentle as a lamb. As a matter of fact, Uncle Billy had almost every kind of farm animal you can think of. Pigs, cows, sheep, chicken, goat. He even had a mean old rooster named Spurs, but out of all these animals, the pony was the sweetest. Mother smiled. "You'd have loved Stubby, Junie B. He used to follow me around like a puppy." "He did?" I said. "He did," she said back. "Honest, honey. I would never let you go to a farm if there was even the teeniest chance that you'd be hurt by any of the animals. But my Uncle Billy's farm had the gentlest animals I ever saw." Mother smiled a little bit. Well, except for that mean old rooster anyway. Daddy came back into the kitchen. He said, "Apology to me. I'm sorry, Junie B. I didn't mean to laugh, but that TV show you saw was just so ridiculous I couldn't help it." After that, he sat down at the table and he filled out my permission slip for the farm. "You're going to love this trip," he told me. "We'll get you one of those little throwaway camera from the drugstore, and you can take pictures of all the animals you see." "Great idea," said Mother. "And I'll take you shopping for a brand new pair of overalls. I'll even pack you your very favorite lunch." After that, I got down from my chair, very quiet, and I went to my room. Then I climbed onto my bed and I hugged my stuffed animals real tight. Because I kept on thinking and thinking about what Mother said about Uncle Billy's animal. But mostly, I kept thinking about that mean old rooster. On account of one time at my school, a boy named Mini Jim brought his rooster for pet day, and he said that roosters can peck your head into a nub. And that's not pleasant, I tell you. I hugged my animals even tighter. Because guess what? Roosters are a jillion times scarier than pony. Chapter 3, pictures. The next morning, Mother called me for breakfast. "Good morning." "Good morning." "Good morning," I said. "Roosters can peck your head into a nub." Then he put down his coffee cup. "Excuse me." I pointed to my head. "A nub," I explained. "A nub is a teensy little knob head. Roosters can peck your head into one." Mother looked strange at me. What in the world is this about? I did a big breath at her, because now how can I even be clearer on this subject? A roundish, bullish head knob, and don't tell me that roosters don't peck you. On account of we had pet day at my school, and Minnie Jim brought a rooster to room 9. The boy is a rooster expert. I looked at her. Plus, also you said Uncle Billy's rooster was mean too. Right, Mother? Remember that? Mother looked frustrated at me. Then she put her head on the table, and she didn't come up for a real long time. Finally, she picked her eyes at Daddy. "Now what?" she asked, kind of quiet. "Maybe it'll blow over," said Daddy. I shook my head. "No, it'll not blow over," I told him, because roosters do not listen to reason. "So there's nothing we can do about this pegging situation." Daddy rubbed his eyes. "Could we please change the subject?" he said. "Only not talking about a knob will not make it go away," I said. "And so," "That's enough," said Daddy very growly. Crowley. I quick stopped talking then, but even after we changed the subject, Nubs kept staying on my mind. The day at school, Mrs. told us to draw a picture about our trip to the farm. She said to make it a colorful picture of what we wanted to see there. I drew and drew, plus also I colored and colored. Page 20. When all of us got done with our pictures, we set our chairs in a big circle. We told each other about what we drew. My bestest friend named Lucille went first. She drew the picture of a pink flamingo. Flamingos are my favorite animal, she said. That's because pink is my favorite color. And flamingos are pink, and I have a pink dress that'll match them perfectly. So that's the dress I'll be wearing on the field trip. She wrinkled her nose real cute. Pink belongs at the natural blush of my complexion, she told Mrs. Have you ever noticed my satiny smooth skin? Mrs. looked and looked at the girl. You are a fascinating child, Lucille. But I'm afraid there aren't any flamingos on a dairy farm, she said. Lucille looked surprised. Where are they then? Well, flamingos can be found a lot of places. South America, for example. Lucille shrugged her shoulders. So fine, we'll just go there instead. Mrs. said for Lucille to please sit down. Paul E. Allen Puffer sprang out of his chair. Look, teacher, I drew a catfish. You see his whisker? My brother said that catfish whiskers are so sharp they can slice your finger to the bone. Mrs. made a sick face. Yeah, well, thank you for sharing that. Paul Allen, but we're not going fishing. We're going to a farm, remember? Paul Allen Puffer looked upset, but my brother said there's a lot of catfish farms around here. So that's the kind of farm I think we should. No, Polly, no. We're just going to regular, plain old farm with regular, plain old farm animal. Polly Allen Puffer did a mad breath. He said the word, a big whoop. After that, Polly Allen Puffer had to stand in the hall. Mrs. Did some deep breathing, please, children, please. Did anyone in room 9 draw a picture of a regular farm animal? Anyone at all? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm looking for here. Just a regular old farm animal. I did, Mrs. yelled, really excited. Picture of a rooster under a tree. Oh, Genevieve, thank you. That's perfect. She said. I held it up so she could see it. See it, Mrs. See how pretty it is. Looked at my picture. Yeah, that's a very nice tree, Genevieve. But why is it lying on its side? It crashed over in a rainstorm. Oh dear. She looked even closer. But I'm afraid I don't see the rooster, honey. I pointed there. See his foot under the branch? He didn't get out in time, apparently. Mrs. covered the vase with her hand. Just then a girl named Charlotte hollered. I hate that picture. That's a terrible picture. I crossed my arms at that girl. You'd say that if your head was a knob, sister, I said. Minnie Jim laughed real loud. Then Mrs. said for all of us to take our chairs back to our table. We didn't show any more farm pictures. Chapter 4. Cockle-doodly-doo. On Saturday night, Mother came into my room. She said we were going shopping for clothes for the farm trip. I looked up from my coloring book. No, thank you, I said, on account of I'm getting a fever that day, so I won't actually be going to the farm. Mother laughed. Don't be silly. Then she picked me up. She carried me out to the car. Only here's the problem. You are not respecting my wishes, I said. Mother laughed some more. I promise this will be fun. I did a heavy breath. Whatever, I said. Whatever is a grown-up word for that's the dumbest thing I ever heard of. And guess what? I was right. Shopping wasn't fun at all, because Mother kept on making me try on clothes that I didn't want. First, she made me try on a shirt with the checkered squares. Then she made me try on overalls with big giant pocket. Plus, she tied the bandana around my neck, and she put a straw hat on my head. I looked in the mirror at myself. What do you know? I'm a cornball, I said. Only too bad for me, because Mother said I looked cute as a button. And she bought those clothes anyway. Plus, also she bought me a throwaway camera at the drugstore. After we got home, I started to call her again, but I hung up my new clothes. Do you want me to show you how to use the camera for your trip now? She said, no, thank you. On account of I'm getting a fever that day, so I won't actually be going to the farm. After that, mother did a big sigh and she closed my door. She let me color in peace. I got tricked because on the day of the trip, I told mother I had a fever. But that woman didn't even take my word for it. Instead, she took my temperature. And so what kind of trust is that? I ask you. No fever. Mother dressed me in my farm clothes and she drove me right to my school. We pulled into the parking lot. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Because the bus was there for the field trip already. It was parked right at the curb. Believe me, Junie B, said mother, you're going to have a great day. Then she got me out of the car and she pulled me to my teacher. Good morning, Junie B. Don't you look cute today? I felt my forehead. I'm ill, I said. Mrs. Smart, I love your straw hat. And my head is the flaming fireball, I said. Mrs. bended down next to me, and that bandana is absolutely darling. I'm burning to a crinkle, I told her. Crisp, said mother. Whatever, I said. Mother lifted me onto the bus, and she handed me my backpack with my luncheon camera. She waved goodbye to me. I did not wave back because my hand did not feel friendly. Just then, my bestest friend named Grace came running to get me. Junie B, Lucille, and I saved you a seat. Then she grabbed my arm and she took me way in the back. I sat down next to Lucille. No, that's my seat, Junie B. She pulled me up. So where am I supposed to sit then? I asked. Lucille pointed across the aisle. Right there, silly. You are sitting right directly across from Grace and me. So it's almost like we are sitting together except you will be separate. I sat down, but there's nobody to talk to over here, I told her. Just then, that mini Jim jumped up from the seat behind me. Me? You can talk to me, he said, very laughing. Then he leaned into my ear and he hollered, cock-a-doodly-doo, right into my eardrum. Too bad you're afraid of roosters, he said. Roosters can tell if you're afraid, Junie B. Ask anybody. Roosters always peck the scaredy heads first. No, they do not, Jim, I said back. You are just making that up, probably. And anyhow, if roosters pecked people's head up, all farmers would have no pads, only they don't. So there, haha. Raised up one eyebrow. Are you sure farmers don't have no pads? Kind of spooky, huh? Are you? He did a grin. Why do you think farmers wear hats? Then clothes to cover up the nut. That's why. After he lifted up my hat and patted my head, and he cock-a-doodly-dooed all over again. The end.